The Rockets? Well, we're going to talk about it all and more. But first, we got to play that intro.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host, Sir Haize. More importantly, make sure you guys are following the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the shit. The Chicago Bulls face off against the Houston Rockets at home today. This is a game that is the two teams are closer when you look at their recent play than what you would expect. I think this is going to be a really fun game. At least I hope it's going to be a really fun game, right? I hope the Bulls don't have a letdown or something like that when it comes down to it. And the Bulls are going to have to be locked in. They're going to have to be focused. They're going to have to be ready to go because the Houston Rockets defense is legit. They only have one 20-point per game scorer on their team in Alfred Sengun, who I really do like as a player. But outside of that, though, they still have players that can absolutely fill it up, right? You got Fred VanVleet, Jalen Johnson, Dylan Brooks, all averaging double-digit points. Now, Dylan Brooks is out in this game. Dylan Brooks and Tari Eason are both out, so they are missing some players there. But at the end of Jalen Green, Fred VanVleet, both averaging 17.5 points per game, so you got to look at it from that standpoint as well. Tari Eason's out, which I already said. Cam Whitmore was a player that I really was hoping that the Bulls were going to end up drafting. Didn't end up happening, which is all fine, but don't overlook his contributions in this game as well, especially as a small ball forward, 6'7", 230 pounds. He plays a lot of power forward and center for them when he does check into games. He's only played in 11 games so far this season, but don't overlook him either way either. So at the end of the day, Alfred Sengun is really a big part of that team. He is the clear number one since Ime Udoka took over that team. So you gotta have a game plan ready for him. And he's the type of center as well that Nikola Vucevic typically has issues with. So that's going to be interesting. Especially if they do end up starting Nikola Vucevic and Zach LaVine back in that starting lineup, as Billy Donovan alluded to. But Andre Drummond, this is going to be a game when Drummond is in there and Sengun is still in the lineup. I hope that Drum just gets physical with him, much like he did with Wemby. You got to get physical with a center like Sengun. So we'll end up seeing what happens with that one and how the Bulls end up taking care of that business. So let's see, man. I'm looking forward to this game. I think this is going to be a fun game to watch. Either that or it's going to be a massacre. And if it's a massacre right now, the Billy Donovan gets out coached pretty regularly. So seeing how Udoka coaches against Billy Donovan, how Billy Donovan comes in with a game plan is going to be really important. If Zach starts tonight, who do you think should come off the bench, AC or P. Will? I would imagine it's probably going to be AC. I think they're going to go back to that kind of bench unit. I don't know if we're going to go back to seeing AC start at the power forward. At least I hope not. But it's a Billy Donovan coach team, so that means anything is possible, except solid inbounds plays and stuff like that. Zach and Vooch are starting tonight. Hey, it's good. That's what we expected. That's what they already had said was going to be happening. If Zach and Vooch are starting tonight, I'm very interested to see how the flow of the offense go. I mean, listen, it's not like that we didn't see Vooch and Zach out there with some stints with the starters. And to Billy Donovan's credit, which I don't give Billy Donovan a whole hell of a lot of credit usually, he coached it pretty well in those times. And Zach's shot isn't really falling really well yet either. So we'll see. Jimmy says, "Hi, bro. How are you doing? Hope the Bulls could have a good start to finish and win this game tonight. Go Bulls. See, let's hope so. Let's really hope so." Matthew says his pregame ritual is to take shots. Shots. By the way, the Dalen Terry challenge is back on. Dalen Terry scores double-digit points in this game. I would take 3 shots back to back to back. There you go. This is going to be a fun game. Kobe versus Sengun. I've been high on him since he was drafted. I mean, yeah, me and Pat as well have been. Do you not? Our friend Sengun? What is that? What the fuck are you talking about? Let's see. Alfred Sengun says, it's so good, bro. Oh, my God. I was so high on us trading for him, even if it was to play him at the 4. LOL. I hope we can contain him. Yeah, and that would have never happened. But, yeah, if the Bulls were ever to get a trade for Sengun, that would have been crazy. What's good, Brody? What's going on, MC Season? We finna turn it around. This we can go neutral this season. Go neutral. We can go neutral this season. Levine need to play better to up his trade value. Or at this point, move tomorrow since he ain't got an extension yet. That both things may happen. But like I said before, I really don't know if there's enough time realistically between now and the trade deadline to really up his trade value considerably. Now, I do like the report that came out today, which I dropped a video on the fact that when it comes down to it, of Zach LaVine or the Chicago Bulls wanting 2 first-round picks back for Zach LaVine in a potential trade with the Houston Rockets. But, we'll see if that ends up happening. Game time and a good test because of the being well coached and having watched a lot of their games. They come to play and fun to watch. Hey, sports bar with 50 Cent with it. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that one. All right. But yeah, let's keep it moving. Shay's in the building, says, Haize, I know he's a good defender, but Chicago Bulls should look to attack Fred Van Vleck? Who's that on the offensive end? What's good, Haize? You didn't get any news on Kobe possibly being out tonight, right? He's not available for any parlays, and that usually means that the player's not available. I don't see anything out there with Kobe White not being available today. Nothing. So take that for what you will, but I don't see anything out there as far that says that Kobe White is not going to be playing in this game. I'm expecting big assist and rebound numbers from DeRozan after that Charlotte game. I mean, DeRozan, it can come and go. The steal numbers can come and go. Like, there's been a lot of games where he's had like 3 steals. Shout out to DeMar for getting active. We can't come out the gate sluggish. Houston got great defense as long as we bring in intensity. So you're saying they got intense D? Is that what you're saying they got? You're saying, Alex, they got intense D? You like that D? On the defensive end as well as on the offense will come smoothly. I agree with you. Definitely agree with you on that one. Was wondering how long it would take for Jerry to come out and say, no, don't want to trade Zach for pennies and get stuck with the trade kicker too. Y'all playing with his wallet too much. Hey, that's basically exactly what Jerry Reinsdorf said. He basically exactly came in there and was like, hey, this shit that I'm hearing, a what? A 14% trade? No, fuck that. No, you're not getting that. That's not what we're doing. But it is good to see that old man Reinsdorf is as engaged with the team, because I just took it for granted that Reinsdorf just wasn't there day to day. But I really do think that hearing that Jerry Reinsdorf is coming in and saying, listen, I don't like these trade deals that we're getting. Get something better. I kind of like that. I kind of like that. What up, Haize? Would like to see DeMar extend his contract. I don't give a shit. Like, I'm just going to be 100% honest with you. When it comes down to it, it's this. If you can extend DeMar, if it's a team-friendly deal, cool. I don't have anything against DeMar in that sense. But if it comes down to paying a 34, 35-year-old DeMar DeRozan $22 to $25 million, I saw the video earlier, and Kevin Huerter to the team would be a nice pickup, bring some spacing, just concerned on his defense. Well, you got to be concerned about his shooting, too. Like, I know Kevin Huerter, what I say Hooter? Like, what am I thinking about? Am I thinking about anyway? Huerter, he is for his career a really good 3-point shooter, but those shooting splits this season are just not good. What up, Haize? I've been thinking about the Zach situation and how Acme does kind of want a talent infusion to our roster. Could we see the Bulls move off tomorrow rather than re-sign him? I mean, yeah, that's definitely and that's what we've been hearing, is that if they can't reach a contract extension, that the Bulls, by the deadline, the Bulls are open to moving DeMar DeRozan. The biggest question is what are they going to get back? And are they going to get back something that they look at as value? And maybe at that point, it doesn't matter. You're just trying to get something back rather than lose them for nothing in the offseason, which definitely could be the case as well. Definitely could be the case. You're right about the old man. He is paying balls 20%. Wow. You could have said Lonzo there. He's paying balls 20% of that money. The old man thinking, why the hell will I get a guy, I have to pay him 100% of that money? I have a guy I'm paying 20%. That's a fact. That's a fact. Do you see Drummond playing significant minutes, or will he go back to 15 or less? I don't especially with Vooch still coming back from injury. I don't think that we should worry about Drum's minutes so far. I think he's going to play a lot of minutes. I think he's still going to play a lot of minutes. Kevin Hooters is crazy. Haize got the heavies on his mind. Hey, listen, Double D, just like I like my titties. Right now, right. Not like Jerry to be all nonchalant about losing money just because a player requested a trade, and I'm here for it. If that's what it took, right? Because I mean, what we were hearing, and that may mean that we just hold on to Zach. And if that's what old man Billy is saying, hey, I don't give a shit if Zach LaVine asks for a trade. We're not trading a player that and have to pay a 14% trade clicker and our highest contract that we ever gave to just take back pennies on the dollars and old ass players who aren't going to give us anything. As an owner, that's your right to come in and say that. Now, I hope he's not making too many other decisions because Jerry Reinsdorf is a terrible GM, but you got to look at it that way as well. I'm hoping Dalen Terry get a chance to play and get a few defensive minutes to go against the Rockets' young wings. Oh, I don't think Dalen Terry's really at a risk to lose his minutes quite yet. I don't think that quite yet because you still need some type of size, and even if you do play Alex Caruso at the 4, that would mean then relying heavily on Javon Carter. Now, I think if Javon Carter was playing well, then probably you wouldn't worry about that. But with the way that Javon Carter's playing, the fact that Billy Donovan only played him 4 minutes in the last game, played Dalen Terry more than him, I think that shows that, at least for right now, that Billy Donovan is trusting Dalen Terry. Now that can change any night because again, it's a Billy Donovan coach team, and you never know what bubblegum Billy's gonna do. Jerry being the savior for getting a bad trade return is crazy. Hey, I tell you, we talk a lot about Jerry, and usually when Jerry comes up, it's negative. If Jerry's what saved the Chicago Bulls from making a terrible trade, that I'm very conflicted about that. I really don't know how to feel about that. I'm gonna be 100% honest with you. I don't know how to feel about that because Jerry's the one that stopped us from making a bad trade. My, how the tables have turned. That's just crazy. That's wild. But I mean, you got to protect your investment, and when you're an owner of a team, sometimes you got to step in and say, "Hey, we're not doing this. This is not happening. This is not what we're going to do. This is not how we conducting business." Jerry Reinsdorf standing on business. That's crazy. That's crazy to see. Emperor Palpatine himself has stood on business. That's wild. What even is Jerry's primary position? It doesn't matter. He doesn't need a primary position. Just go out there and play basketball. Do you think Zach coming back is taking shots from P. Will? P. Will look like he's slumping since Zach returned. Well, he's only played one game since Zach returned. So I don't know how you can look like he's slumping in only one game. And I think, and in that game, he just wasn't shooting the ball well. So it's only one game. Let's wait and see how it's going to play out, right? And I think Zach now being back in the starting lineup, we'll end up seeing what that looks like a little bit better. But at the end of the day, Zach, in that last game, Pat took 6 shots, which he averages 8 shots on the year. So it's not really like it's that much. But also, you got to also remember that in that game as well, Pat was coming back from injury. He almost didn't play. So you got to keep that in mind as well. Jerry was in hibernation and he smelled his money about to get spent and woke up like Dracula. That is a great visual. Like Jerry Reinsdorf in his casket somewhere. Oh, casket, that's morbid. In his mansion, right? He probably, you know what? Jerry Reinsdorf strikes me as a grown-ass man that has a California king-size bed that's still shaped like a race car. That's what Jerry Reinsdorf probably sleeps in. And he's like, "You smell that? Honey, you smell that? What? My money's being spent. What the fuck is going on?" He carried up AK. He's like, "Hey, AK, hey, hold on. I've been a while since I've done this. It's yours. It's yours. I just had an inkling. Spending my money." Our church kind of stuff. I went a little macho man there, but don't worry about it. Just it goes. Don't even worry about it. What up, Haize? Drinking some Douce and Coke. I feel like the Bulls played a lot better when LaVine was out. What do you think? Listen, y'all are making these think pieces on how the Bulls play with Zach in and out, like he's coming back from injury. It's not good. It's not good right now. Don't like Zach or Sacramento's trade proposal, but DeMar to Sacramento for Monk and Barnes isn't bad. Now, listen, this ain't 2K. This ain't 2K, Reggie. Jerry said, "Fuck that. He'll watch the team beat each other ass before he lose money on a LaVine trade." That's funny. That's hilarious. That's funny. Jerry probably sleeps in his family crib. That's morbid as hell, Bulls for life. That's crazy. That's crazy. Bulls got to get these next 2 wins. We'll go a long way after beating Charlotte twice, which they should have, but now 2 wins against solid teams. We'll see. We'll see. Jerry, that sound no, Tibbs is different. Tibbs is Yeah. So hold on. I can't even do it. I'm gonna lose my voice every time I try to imitate Tibbs in my life. I lost my voice. I'm not even gonna do it. It got to come from a guttural place though. Bulls got. Oh, I already read that one from Matthew. Playing with Jerry's money is like playing with his most. Playing with my money is like playing with my emotions. Like, you know, it'd be funny if Jerry Reinsdorf is actually like a cool ass bastard. Like he rolls up in like a Rolls Royce. He gets out in the UCs. Like what they actually at the Advocate Center, I think, is where the offices actually are for the GMs. When he rolls up, he's like, Arturus, man, come holler at me real quick, bro. Go ahead, come sit down in my office. Arturus, baby, what we doing, man? What we doing, Arturus? Like, I heard you trying to trade Zach LaVine, man. What we doing, bro? Like, come on, man. We got to get a little bit better than that for Zach, man. Get 2 first-round picks, man. Come on, what we doing, baby? Like, come on, man. You know, Jerry's been in Chicago for a little while. He got a little of that Chicago twang in his voice, maybe a little bit, man. If Jerry is Palpatine, then who is Vader? John Paxson. Absolutely Paxson. And he's still in the organ. Do you know that Paxson is still on staff? He still has an official position and an office. That's crazy. It's crazy. How does somebody come to their boss? Hey, listen, bruh, I don't know how to do my job. I don't know how to do it. And you aren't going to fire me. So I think I need to come tell you, I don't know how to do my job. So you probably need to hire somebody else to do my job because I don't know how to do it anymore. I just can't do it. And then they say, bet, don't worry about it. We'll hire somebody to take over your job. Don't worry about it. But we got a new position for you. You don't have to do shit. Just show up about once every 6 to 10 months. Sign into your office. We're good. That's crazy. That's crazy. Any businessman is going to have a problem with giving an employee a historical big raise and then see their performance dip and then want to quit. Well, see, that's the thing. That's not the problem in this. The problem that Jerry has isn't with the problem that Zach quit. It's just the fact that he wants to make sure that you're getting more back in the trade. That's it. That's it. He doesn't have a problem with it. He doesn't give a shit. Usually I hate Jerry, but the front office needed that kick in the crack. You could have said ass. You could have just said ass. Kicking in the crack is wild. Because you got to line it up perfectly to get it in the crack. Now, you can just kick somebody in the ass, and then wherever it lands, it lands. But you kicking somebody in the crack, that's personal. That's personal. We never mind. That's what I was about to say would have got me canceled. They're being too nice when during Zach's max contracts negotiations, Zach was all, I'm here for Chicago, rah, rah. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Remember when Paxson choked Dan Negro? That was crazy. That was definitely crazy. Jerry is 87 years old. He was born in 1936. That's an old, decrepit, rich bastard. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. I should have said any good businessman would have a problem. There you go. There you go. Now you got me thinking of Big Perm, which made me think of other Chris Tucker movies like Money Talk. Who's the actor with the RPG he played in 5 Heartbeats? Oh, shit. Damn it. I don't even remember now off the top of my head, but I know who you're talking about. Jerry standing on business just sounds fucking weird. Hey, that's crazy. Like Jerry Reinsdorf stood on business. That's crazy. It took Jerry Reinsdorf to stand on business. That's funny. That's funny. That's hilarious. That's funny. Let's see what else we got. I'm trying not to swear as much. Hey, Archangel, listen, you're much like me. You're going to not swear for maybe at most, and this is pushing it. You will avoid swearing for about 25 to 30 days at the utmost. But more likely, 10 days is the max. By day 11, you're going to wake up, you're going to look your husband in the face, and you're going to be like, hey, man, what the fuck? Where's my orange juice? You're supposed to have my mimosa ready for me as my eyes open, motherfucker. I'm just playing. I don't mean to offend anybody. Archangel's my people. She'll take the joke. What would happen to the team if the motherfucker just dies? Well, his son, Michael Reinsdorf, runs most of the day-to-day operation, so it'll probably just go to that, right? This is the only moment in Bulls history where Jerry was not the villain. No, there's actually another moment in Bulls history where Jerry wasn't the villain. Technically, when he told Scottie Pippen, you should not take this deal. Like, if somebody is offering you a contract and they look you dead in your face and say, you should not take this deal, and you take it anyway, you weren't the villain in that case. That's just like if you go for a job interview and they call and they offer you the job on the spot, but the hiring manager is like, hey, bro, I don't even think you really should work. You should not work here. and you take the job anyway and end up hating your job, you can't blame the manager anymore. They told you not to take the goddamn job. So keen to see the main lineup back minus Craig. Like you've been saying the last few days, hope Carter gets completely dropped from the lineup and Terry and Cole take the minutes. Let's go. Zach's back. Hey, let's see let's see what happens. I have I have to wonder, is Jerry immortal or some shit? Motherfucker is damn near 90 years old and barely looks it. I have a theory. This is my theory. This is for everything. Evil never dies. It never dies unless you murder it. Evil never dies. So that's a big part of it as well. Evil never dies. What do you think about Karl Malone and John Stockton sitting down to have an interview with each other? That I don't give a shit about that. We need to ask Karl Malone to sit down and have an interview with that little girl. Never mind. A Scotty deal was for 8 years. That's crazy. That's crazy. Should the Bulls make a trade? What would be the most critical position need? Will Curry. So I have this thing that I always say: it's not about position. In the Zach LaVine deal, considering what the market is, you get the most talent back possible, and you work the rest out later. Haize, I can't go 20 minutes without swearing. I'm not fit for public consumption anymore. I mean, why are you getting 8 out in public? Never mind. Scotty signed the equivalent of a 360. That is very accurate. That's very accurate. Finally made it to the Haize Sports Bar. Traffic was a bitch. That's funny. That is hilarious. Jerry is the creature from Jeeper Creeper. That is wild. That is funny. That's funny. Damn, I shouldn't have said I'm fit for public consumption. That's asking for. Yeah, absolutely. Like, because my question is, why are you getting 8 in public? Like, you an exhibitionist at that point. Like what you doing? What you doing? And it's so hard to gauge position. There's so many guys in the league like DT, AC, et cetera, that can play 2 to 4 different positions at a high enough level. There you go. Absolutely agree with you on that one. If Jerry and Biden had the same doctor, you already know he fucks with Biden, and that's not a good thing. Well, okay, here we go. We're not getting political. That's not what we're doing here. Things that don't make sense in Chicago. Paxson still in the organization. Billy's contract, the Sears Tower name change, LSD name change, and why we have no competent managers on our sports team. That is wow. That's crazy, but severely accurate. Severely accurate. We still don't know the years on Billy Donovan's contract. We still don't know. Do point guards like Fox and Halliburton make everyone around them better? Is it more the system, I guess is what you mean? It depends, right? And let's be clear. You can make everybody around you better by just being so goddamn good that everybody else gets easier shots. But I think with Halliburton and Fox, I think they make the people around them better. But I think the system plays a part in it too. Both things can be true, technically. Paxson did a Jerry West and said, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I don't want to be a part of it. That's nah. But see, that's the thing. He still is technically a part of it. He's still on staff. It's crazy. It's crazy. Spo got 8 years. Billy for sure got a lifetime contract. That's crazy. Julius asked, what are my expectations for today's game? Pain. No, just go out there and get a goddamn dub. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if it's ugly. I don't care if it's pretty. Get a dub. That's it. That's all I ask for. See, I'm very simple. I don't care if somebody gets 50 points. I don't care if everybody on the team scores 12 points and we still get the dub. That's all that matters to me. Go out and get the dub. That's all I need. That's it. That's it. As a Falcon fan, I hope the Bears organization is stupid enough to trade Fields for a second round. Yeah, no, come on now. Reginald Short, if that happens, I'm quitting. I'm going to change Chicago Bears Central to Chicago Falcon Central. No, I'm not going to do that. I'm always going to be a Bears fan, but yeah. Haize, I know this is evil to say, but who do you hope pass? Oh, I'm not answering that. That's crazy. Samir says we should trade for Bobo. Samir, I understand that you really don't watch basketball. I appreciate that you just like coming to hang out with us often, because every time you leave a comment, I think less and less that you actually watch. You know what? Samir may be inside the Chicago Bulls. That we finally found where he went. Samir is actually inside the Chicago Bulls, because there's no way you actually watch the sport. None. I've refused to believe it. You are actually inside the Chicago Bulls. That's crazy. That's crazy. Y'all think Vooch going to drop 30 on old Vooch? If so, that's the Rockets game going to be ugly. I mean, that's The only player on the Rockets I'm worried about is Sengun, not Brooks, zesty ass, not Van Fleet, none of their young guys. That's crazy. That's crazy. F my ass off. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. He's where now? What? I knew Paxson hated this team when Felicio got a 4-year, $32 million. Bruh. Let's go back to that deal. And you know what's funny? It was like the first 10 games after he signed that contract. Felicio, it was like, damn, this may actually be a good contract. And then it went downhill very fast after that. It's crazy. We have to get this win, start getting wins against competitive teams, not just subpar, although we've beaten the 76ers and the Bucks. We don't have to do shit except show up, but I hope that we do. I'm just joking with you, Alex. Didn't we have Bo Bowl on our G League squad? No, that was Thad Maker, I think is who you're thinking. We all don't look alike, Archangel. We all don't look alike. That's deep. Like, that's crazy. Now I'm hurt. We all don't look alike. She said, did we have Bo Bowl on our roster? I'm sorry I shouldn't have said that, but at the end of the day, Jesus, listen, you gotta chill, Shay. You gotta chill. Haize, what are your thoughts on the Bulls digesting their goddamn clickbait? Hey, listen. You guys know I've been trying to do better on not talking about other creatives. I just simply say whether I rock with somebody or whether I don't rock with them. That's what I try to leave it at. And I just let that be what it's gonna be. But I'll say this: when Bulls Digest first started, I was like, hey, this new cat may be a little good. And then when the huge up, you know what it is? Bulls Digest has become the new Inside Chicago Bulls. Real talk. And the fact that the dude stands up, he's clearly standing up. He doesn't even have a chair. He can't afford a chair. And he's this fucking close to the camera. Like, imagine, I know I'm a pretty motherfucker, but imagine if every time I had an episode, it was this. Yeah, so the Chicago Bulls reportedly are trading. Yeah, eat my ass. Like, why the fuck is the camera so close? What are we doing? Why is the camera so close? We officially, I can see the brain of Bulls Digest. It's wild. It's crazy. It's and their titles suck. It's wild. Like, what do we do? See, look, I was trying to be better. I'm trying to evolve, and y'all had to bring up trash ass content creators. I gotta stop. Matter of fact, go check out Let's Talk Bulls with Quentin. Great show. Go check out the Aiden's Bulls show. Great content creator there. Go and check out the ATS report. Really good general all Chicago sports channel. I want to go ahead and support some really good channels because I'm not talking about bullshit ass content creators. That's what we're not going to do. What player would you like to see us come out of the trade deadline with? I don't care. Not a specific player. Go out and get some talent. The like button ratio is off. Simple actions to correct it. Let's go. Thank you for that, Scott. I appreciate you, bro. Vaughn in the building says Dwayne made Felicio look good that one season. Felicio better have sent him a thank you gift. That's a fact. That's definitely a fact. Mr. Noid, you got hemorrhoids, bro? Haize, what's good? How you feeling about this game? I feel like it's going to be a good game. I'm not going to say if we're going to win, but I definitely feel like it's a good game. Bobo was on our squad for a brief moment. I swear I'm Googling. I don't think he was. But hey, maybe I'm tripping. Let me know, Archangel. Bulls Dodgers is terrible trade proposal and has terrible in-game play-by-play. Please don't watch it. That's funny. Slam, definitely Duncan at the slam dunking. Duncan is, I haven't talked to Duncan much this season. Surprising. We talked a lot in the offseason. I got to catch up with Duncan. Let me go send Duncan a message. Him and Tony. What's Tony's channel name? Bulls Nation Station. Love Bulls Nation Station, y'all. I think he took a break for a little while there. I don't know if he's come back yet. I know there was like a time period where he didn't post for like 3 weeks or something like that. But Bulls Nation Station is really good. I really like Bulls Nation Station. Yeah, he looks like he's back posting a couple of times a week. So yeah, y'all make sure y'all go check out Bulls Nation Station as well. That's like when fat girls take all face shots. Wow, that's crazy. Is Drummond starting again? Let's see if they got the starting lineups out. I doubt it that they have them out yet, but we can definitely check. Everybody would rather have Keegan Murray, but they're not going to let it go. They're not going to let him go. Everything Bulls. I have a whole video on the channel about that proposal, and the fact that Jerry Reinsdorf basically had to step in. I'm looking at Bol in the Windy City's jerseys now. Haize, these tall dudes don't all look alike. You Haize, that's fun. Was Bol on the? I don't remember that. Yeah, that's crazy. He was. What? When was this? This was 4 years ago? Huh. He had a double-double in his debut. Okay. I forgot completely about that. Shout out to that. Ah. Nuggets splitting time with the Windy City Bulls. He had his first. Oh, okay. So that makes sense. So that must have been before the Nuggets had their own G League affiliate. So they sent him to the Bulls G League affiliate. So he wasn't actually signed to the Bulls G League team. He was signed to the Nuggets. They assigned him to the Windy City Bulls. That makes sense. That makes sense. Because this is like we used to, before we had the Windy City Bulls, we used to split the Iowa Energy with, I think it was it OKC? I can't remember who it was. So people saying bring Bro Bowl to the Bulls. Clearly need to understand he's going to be a Terry Taylor type player who doesn't get any. Oh, facts. Bo Bol's not good. He's just not a good basketball player. It is what it is there. When people were saying that Bowl and Wemby were the same thing, I was like, you guys are fucking idiots. You guys are really stupid. Haize, I just failed a drug test for weed, and tomorrow I have to go into work after failing, explaining to myself, do you have any advice? The job is difficult, but I get paid more than I ever have. I mean, do you have a medical card? Print off a fake medical card. They have that online. I mean, I'm just why am I giving illegal advice on here? That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. Even Shaq said Bobo was like, yeah, Shaq doesn't get to make comparisons though. Like Shaq can barely breathe standing straight up. So that's a completely different thing there. I think it was the Wizards and Bulls that were with the Iowa. Okay. I couldn't remember who it was. I just knew we split the Iowa Energy with another team. Whoa. What the fuck was that? I just saw a titty on my screen. I was about to say, who hacked my computer? Lord Zobe says, I'm smoking right now at work. That's crazy. That's crazy. Pro Gamer, do you think the Bulls are going to win? I don't predict wins and losses, but I know that they can. I don't predict it. It's legal where I am. That's all I know about that one. I heard you talking about the Bulls Fest in the summer. What is that? I'm from Jersey, so I don't know what it sounds like. Fun. I'm trying to go. So, Alex, they've done two so far. So they do the Bulls Summer Fest. It's in August. It's usually around like a week before whatever Labor Day weekend. It's really fun. So they have stuff in the United Center. You can take pictures with people. They have like a tournament, basketball tournament. They have a slam dunk contest with a lot of the best dunkers from around Chicago. It's really good. It's really good. Too late now, my guy. Medcar or not, you more than likely signed a contract saying you couldn't use cannabis and are subject to. Well, no, wait. Did you sign a contract? Because not every job has a contract, Jack. So not every job has a contract. Indiana is not legal. Oh well, hey, that's damn. Ain't nobody hack your computer, dog. You just forgot to close the tab. No, I surprisingly enough, I don't watch porn. I just don't. When you got somebody that'll bend it over and twerk it and make it clap for you whenever you need to, you ain't got to worry about that. Should Zach LaVine be traded for Chris Paul and Jonathan Kuminga from Golden State? Chris Paul, no. That's an automatic no for me. I don't want hippie Chris Paul on my team at all. You can keep Chris Paul over that away. Unless we're doing a 3-team trade, but over that away. What do you think about the new LaVine? I don't think we have a new LaVine yet. The dude's just coming back from injury. What are we talking about? Bulls for life. Weed is legal all over my country. Shit, there are dispensaries on damn near every street corner. Where do you live at, Bulls for life? I don't know what my policy for the company, but fuck it. I got y'all and I got another opportunity. There you go. Listen, you just got to do. It was the Heat and Bull. The Heat and Bulls share the Iowa Energy. That's crazy. Imagine getting signed by the Miami Heat and they're like, hey, yeah, bet, we thank you. I know you signed to be here in Miami. I know you probably thought about working out on the beach with your shirt off, doing some running in the sand, which is good for your knees. But unfortunately, we're going to sign you to our G League team. So we're going to actually send you from Miami to Iowa. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? Like, just imagine that. Imagine getting a job from for to in Miami to work in Miami, and then when you get there, they say, "Hey, yeah, you work here, and we're glad that you found an apartment and everything, but we're actually sending you to Iowa for a little while there. The Iowa, yeah, yeah. You ain't got to worry about getting in trouble there. Ain't nothing to do but drink and I hear they have grade A quality prostitution down there in Iowa. So you're going to be able to get your workouts in. Yeah. So don't worry about it. We know it may be a little bit disappointing by this news, but Iowa's a really good place. We promise you. Go ahead and go over there. Iowa, I wish the motherfucker would send me to Iowa. I really wish the motherfucker would. Not like a legit contract, even though onboarding paperwork is similar to that. A lot of manual labor jobs and trade jobs, especially. Oh, that is true. That is very true. Weed is legal in Canada? Yeah, it's been legal in Canada for quite a while. How big do you think a DeMar and Zach package? Whoa. Ben 10, you pick your word better there, bro. Pick your word. I'm going to go ahead and skip it. I'm going to go ahead and skip that because Ben 10 is tripping. Just thought about who our point guards have been the past few years. Marquise Teague, Jerry Grant, Isaiah. That's not few years, bro. You're going way back. Marquise Teague was almost a decade ago. Let's keep that in mind. We're almost a decade from Marquise Teague being drafted by the Chicago Bulls. So you can't just say the last few years and then mention somebody who literally we drafted. He was drafted. Matter of fact, it was over. It's been 12 years, right? Oh, 2012. Yeah, 12 years. 12 years. You can't say a past few years and mention somebody whose career, even had they been good, would probably be over with by now. That's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, that's definitely sad. That's definitely sad. It's crazy that making us do random drug tests. Why are we still talking about drugs, bro? Delbert says, man, this is going to be a fun ass game. Rolling some strong ass loud right now. Shout out to CEO Haize. What are we doing? Why are we shouting me out? Because you smoking some loud. Like, what are we doing out here? What do we think is happening? Oh, okay. Well, Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Alex Caruso at the 3, DeMar DeRozan at the 4, and Nikola Vucevic at the 5. Patrick Williams, if he is playing, is coming off the bench. Okay. That's crazy. 773 Uzi says, I was born in Chicago, so I'm a diehard Chicago fan, but I lived in San Francisco for like 5 years. So I fall in love with the Golden State Warriors. So I'm kind of like a 40% GSW and 60% Bulls. Hey, I mean, listen, I can only be a diehard fan of one team, but bro, what happened to Isaiah Cannon after I remember my dumb ass tried to trick myself into being hyped when we signed? Oh, bro, I don't know, man. Starters out. Yeah, I just read the starting lineup. That's crazy. Probably because he's not 100%. That's definitely a case there. How maximum of a deal would Zach and DeMar be? I have no idea. That's crazy. Romero says, what do you think about those fourth quarter fouls, Lakers Toronto? If that was a Lakers Toronto game, I don't watch Lakers games. Lakers suck at basketball. I don't really watch Lakers games, so that's crazy. We got Ben 10 wanting to see packages out here. Archangel was getting 8 publicly. Like, what are we doing here, man? This every stream now goes crazy. So Bulls built around Kobe White and Patrick Williams. I'll say that Kobe White is definitely the best player on this team. If you're losing Zach, losing DeMar to build around for sure, just a skill set. Reginald said, if you know Pat is hurt, why wouldn't you call it Phillips? Because he's not going to play. because he's not going to play him. It just is what it is. It's unfortunate, but he isn't going to play him. So that's your answer on that one. Is it the answer that we want? No. Is it the answer that we need? No, even more. But it's the answer. It's the answer. Bulls Dodgers are so right. Bulls Dodgers are so right. I listen after 4 reviews. I'm like, they haven't different digests for other teams, and he is the worst of them. The ones you mentioned, I rock with, and you the man. Well, I appreciate that humble servant. But yeah, I can't rock with Bulls Dodgers. I can't. This got to be the weirdest streams. They be asking weird questions. They always asking weird questions. Always asking weird questions. But all right, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to. Are we gonna end the stream yet? Nah, fuck it. We gonna keep it going. Fuck it. I ain't got shit else to do. The kids ate. I ate. And yeah, I'm chilling right now. We chilling. We gonna keep it going. We gonna keep it going. Miami G League team in South Dakota. How does that work logistically? Really? Miami Heat's G League team is in Dakota? That's crazy. That's crazy. Caruso should come off the bench, and P. Will should start if he's available, and if he's not healthy, sit him. Well, that and so DK, I'll follow up on DK here. It says Yahoo Sports said Pat was so you can be cleared, right? Cleared just means that you're okay to play basketball. That doesn't mean that you're 100%, right? So technically, like Alex Caruso was cleared, and then he ended up sitting 2 games. He could have played those games, but he was cleared. He was dealing with issues there. So that's what it comes down to. No, we don't eat JDH style. That's not what we do. That's wild. That's crazy. That's a different level. That is the different level. Original source says this hasn't got weird. Wait till we talk about sweaty stripper ass and Dwight Howard. Whoa. Okay. What happened? What's going on at home, bro? Like real talk. What's going on at home? When will the Bulls win a chip? I'm trying to wait until Kobe White is at his prime in 2035. That's hilarious. Bro, I have no idea, man. Like all I can tell you is this. When the Bulls do ever win another championship, this channel is going to be absolute. Like the live stream that's going to happen after the Bulls win the title is going to be crazy. Crazy. Whitlock and Stephen A. Say what you want, but one guy is calm and measured when talked about, and the other is an emo. But I don't have no idea what you're talking about. Which one you're talking about? What would you think of us starting a lineup of Kobe White, Zach LaVine, Patrick Williams, Jonathan Kuminga, and Pascal? See, that sounds like a really good 2K lineup. I don't know how many games you real in real life. That's all I can say. Bulls should sign Freddie Gibbs. Y'all remember that day on social media that Freddie Gibbs was tripping and they were calling him Spready Gibbs? That was crazy. That was wild. That was crazy. Gotta have good knees for that. All right, the stream is done. I love you guys, man. I'm gonna go ahead and chill. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'll be here at halftime, man. Thank you guys, man, for tuning in. Make sure you're following the show at Bull Central Pod. You can send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail, number to do so, 773-270-2799. We are the number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, thanks to you guys. And like I like to end everything on, go Bulls. Love you guys. See Red if you can, y'all. Hit the subscribe button. Trying to get to 20,000 subscribers by the end of the season. Hit the goddamn button.